Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Wave Stock Market with your weekly gold analysis done on Wednesday 24th of July. I'm recording this video now 10:40 nearly in the evening New York time on the 24th New York time. At the daily chart level, I was expecting some downwards movement for the week from gold. I was expecting this fourth wave correction to unfold most likely as a flat. It's not unfolding as a flat, it's unfolding either as a zigzag or a double zigzag or double combination, with the first structure an incomplete zigzag. It's unfolding most likely as a zigzag because this upwards movement is a very clear 5-wave impulse and there's a nice Fibonacci ratio in here. My only question with this analysis today is minor wave B over, or is it going to move a bit lower? If it moves lower, it may not move beyond the start of A. Over the next week, this wave count is invalidated with movement below 1180.4. or at least it's invalidated with movement below that point before we get a new high. Once we have a new high and another 5-wave structure upwards, this invalidation point no longer applies and I'll expect more downwards movement from gold. Intermediate wave 4 within primary wave C impulse may not move into intermediate wave 1 price territory, now off to the left of the chart at 1672.77. The target for primary C remains the same. It would reach 1.618, the length of primary A, at 1151. When we're confident that intermediate wave C is complete, then we can add to this target calculation at a second wave degree, intermediate wave degree, so it may widen to a small zone or it may change. Let's have a look at this end of this structure for minor wave A on the hourly chart, with the end of 3 and the end of minute wave 4 down here. Here's 3 and 4's actually here, and here's the final fifth wave. So my only question today is this downwards movement a complete zigzag for minor wave B within this zigzag for intermediate wave 4? I'm not confident that it's over because when I see this little piece of movement on the 5-minute chart, it does not subdivide easily as a 5-wave structure. It subdivides best as a 3. It could be the start of a leading diagonal for a first wave, that's certainly possible, or it could be a correction within a continuation downwards of minor wave B. So B can't move beyond the start of A. Unfortunately, the short-term invalidation point to the downside is 1180.4, quite a long way away. To the upside, if we see price move above this point, 1338.62, we can be pretty confident that minor wave B is over, and the next movement up, probably to new highs for gold for minor C, should then be underway. Because I'm not confident that minor wave B is over here, I'm not going to calculate a target upwards for you for minor wave C, so just going back to the daily chart, the best way to see where this is going to end is probably the upper edge of this parallel channel which I've drawn on the daily chart. Draw a first trend line from the low of intermediate wave 1 at 1672.77 off to the left of the chart to this low here. Place a parallel copy not on the end of intermediate wave 2 but on these highs here to contain all this movement for primary wave C, and look out for upwards movement, maybe to find resistance at the upper edge of that channel. It could also overshoot the channel a bit, particularly if intermediate wave 4 wants to reach up to the 0.382 Fibonacci ratio at 1399.73. Either way, I'd expect the C wave to be relatively short in comparison to the A wave, and the channel that I've drawn on the hourly chart from the start of A to the end of B with a copy on the end of A, this channel here, if minor wave B moves lower, redraw that channel and use the upper edge of this channel as well as a guide to where minor wave C may end. There are 13, actually there's more, there are many different possible structures that this fourth wave can take. Last week I was labelling it as a flat correction because that was the most likely structure for it to show alternation with intermediate wave 2 zigzag. It's not doing that, it's probably unfolding as a zigzag also, and it may show alternation in depth. Intermediate wave 2 was very deep, intermediate wave 4 may still be a zigzag, may show alternation in depth and be shallow at the 0.382 Fibonacci ratio or maybe below that. At this stage, all we can say for sure is this structure is incomplete, and overall I'm still expecting some more upwards movement for gold before the fourth wave could be considered complete. And when that's done, we'll expect a resumption of the downwards trend. That's all for me today with your gold analysis, and I hope that everyone's having a fabulous week.